Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Tuesday, the 25th of November. This is your daily recap video. I hope you're all having a good one. So let's start off and go over to the S&P 500 here. We've had another very big bullish day. This is three in a row. We're almost up to the top of this candle, 675.76. That's the big spot to clear. I am very bullish for at least for tomorrow, probably even through Friday, although Friday I wouldn't be surprised we got some selling pressure late. The reason being, there's no data tomorrow now. The data we're supposed to get tomorrow morning, GDP and PCE, they have decided they're not giving us. We may get it next week. We may not. We may not get it at all. There's been going back and forth on it. So we'll see how that plays out. But with nothing to get in the way, the market's set to have its normal holiday week melt up. And what I mean by that is, tomorrow, while the markets are open till 4, it'll be very quiet after noon. Friday's a half day session. The bond market closed. It's a very low volume, quiet day. So next move, 675.76. Then we test this downtrend area up at 680 and see if we could break back to the upside. Nice big move. My one worry would be that the sellers come back in next week after this little lift and they pound some of these names back down. We get a little bit of weakness in the market, but I think we're setting up for the end of the year run here. The cubes, the Qs having a nice little move, not quite as strong. The IWM is in fuego today, completely broke out, new highs, near their all-time high at 252, not that far away from it. The Dow had a nice day. The financials raging back up, the regional banks raging back up. These are good signs for the market. The VIX absolutely smashed back down. This is all good to see. You want my one area of concern outside of sellers coming back next week? It's crypto. Crypto is not bouncing. And, that could cause more problems here in the market if this gets another leg down. So just keep that in mind. So we talked this morning about this whole deal with Google and said, careful chasing this. Google, you got to, coming back down, though it's holding in better than I would have thought it was here as this push back up. But overall, well off its pre-market highs of 633 area. I'm sorry, 333 area, but also holding in. Avgo also didn't hold that pop. What did is Meta today gave a beautiful trade today to the 21 day here. I could see an easy push to 660 and then the 200 day there, still looking good. Apple at an all-time high today, but being Apple as it is, deciding to screw it everybody because this name just hates to give momentum these days. So you have a 10-minute push and that was it. It was game over. What can I tell you? It's just how it is. That's provide nice trades today. Nvidia got absolutely abused. I took a loss on those calls, made most of it back in the stock. Nice rebound here. I am now long calls into the overnight position. Why? Because, well, it looks good here. It looks like we want to bounce. Also long some AMDL for AMD here, as this one also got pulverized here off of that Google news with Meta. Tesla, not a bad day here. Still needs to clear the 21 day. AMD broke, I'm sorry, AMZN broke above all but the 21 day where it stopped. Microsoft still looks like hot death. Palantir, not even to the 50 day yet. Hood is fighting the 50 day here as we speak, trying to come back to it. So overall, there's some good stuff going on. PayPal had a nice day over talk with their deal with Anthropic, still looks weak. Boeing had a nice bounce day. Costco held in well. It really was about these lesser retailers today. Kohl's had a great report. They're up 35 plus percent. A&F, Abercrombie and Fitch, same thing, up almost 40%. Market feels good going into the close, and it feels like we should just continue this low holiday float up. And then next week we'll come in and see if this is real. And if it is, then I think it's game on into the end of the year. The market's now pricing in an 85% chance of a rate cut in December, and that's really all it needs to have here to really make itself happy. That's it. I'll catch you guys in the morning. I do plan on hanging all day. I'll probably go out lunch and take care of a couple of things and close the day out with you four. If you're not joining me tomorrow, if you're taking the day off, I wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving. Have a good one. Friday, I don't know if I'm going to trade or not. And if I do, it'll be just very briefly in the morning. So I'll catch you guys later.